Hello friends, today I'm laying a track for Puppy Max. Max is 10 months right now, and we're gonna teach him his first corner today, his first right corner. It's now about maybe 2 in the afternoon, dry out, it's a little windy, and we're in a public park, so there's a little bit more in the way of distractions. The track is not going to be far, only because we're teaching him a corner today. And in regards to the bait placement, it's sporadic. Anywhere between 3 to 9 steps, we mix it up a little bit. So here we go. Now notice I'm really digging it in. Why? Because in this park, there's a lot of competing odors. And in IGP or Schutzhund, the signature odor that we teach them on is ground disturbance. So I'm gonna bring up a lot of that odor just to make it a little bit easier for him. Now in the way of the breeze, we're actually traveling into the wind, which may cause him to raise his nose or his head. And that's not the ideal picture. We'd like for the dog to track with a deep nose. So ideally, we should track with the wind at our back. But you know what? The way I see it, let's work him through it. Even though he's young, we help him and get him accustomed to working under those various circumstances. Windy days, rainy days, dry terrain. You can get him used to it right from day one. You don't have to wait till he's older. Right. And if you notice, there's a lot of dead grass on the ground. So it has been recently cut, which is also going to make it a little bit more challenging for Puppy. I know some people, they'd rather have their dog, especially the younger dog, track, in pristine conditions. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you may not have access to pristine conditions. So if anything, you work with what you have. You just have to learn how to construct the track in a way that is conducive for learning. Okay, so now we're about to lay the corner. So I'm gonna really stomp it in, bring up a lot of odor, and we're gonna place a piece of bait in every footstep. Here we go. So now we're gonna also add what we call a marker. So the marker, what I have here is like a washer with some ribbon. And this is gonna tell me exactly where my corner is. So I'm making a right turn, so I throw my marker to the left. So when I start working with the dog, I know exactly where that corner is. Now my corner itself is gonna be a sharp 90 like this. Now the reason why I choose to do a sharp 90 as opposed to a rounded 90, once again, right from the get-go, we're going to teach this young dog loss of track and how to recover the track without panicking. And obviously we're going to help him out once we get started. And bait in every footstep. So bait in every footstep going into the corner, bait in every footstep coming out of the corner. Then I'm gonna finish off with 5 empty steps. Perfect. So now I mark the end of my track, and notice the color of the ribbon is different. That tells me that's the end, it's not a corner. And we're gonna create a little scent pad here, like we did in the beginning, and throw down a few pieces of bait. Then we're gonna take 3 giant steps off of the track, and we're good to go. So I'm gonna travel this way because of the wind direction. Now today you're gonna get a chance to see how I work with Puppy, guiding him down the track. I'm actually gonna be behind him as opposed to right up beside his leg. And in the event he decides to quarter a bit, where he's like a mini cast, I'm gonna use light corrections just to keep him settled on the track. And ideally what we're looking for is this type of behavior, from footstep to footstep, just like that. Not so much this, worse yet this. If that's to happen, all I do is I stop him, keep him there for a moment, let him calm down, reset we call it, and then we go forward again. So I'm just gonna bring up my collar just to give me a little bit control, a little bit more control as we approach the scent pad. Now, the way in which you start, very important. The dog has a lot of drive, as you see, but I'm not letting him dictate. I purposely walk slower, let my energy levels come down in order to control that behavior. Tracking is, let's say, a discipline that requires concentration and calmness. So you yourself as a handler have to be very calm. Place it under the legs, Sook, and here we go. Now there's a lot of wind right now, so this might get a little taxing. We're approaching the corner. All right. Good boy, buddy. Good job. Good job, Max. Hey, hey, there you go. Good boy, buddy. Hey, there you go. Good job, Maximus. Good boy. Try to make sure that he gets every piece at the end. Very nice. Good job, Max. Then I'm gonna put him into a sit. Good boy, Maxie. Perfect. And there you have it. Not too bad, all things considered. And notice the speed adjustment on that straight leg, the first leg, where he started to speed up a little. He doesn't normally do that, but because the wind was coming into him, that caused that type of behavior. So these are things that we have to be aware of when we're actually tracking our animal. And it caused him to skip over some of the bait that was on the actual track itself, but that's not a major issue. He kept working and he negotiated the corner fairly well. Beautiful, very first corner. We're on our way, right, buddy? Now, this is important. Remember how we started? We finished the same way. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna bring my collar up just to calm him down. Grab my leash here, grab my markers. Okay, and we're gonna walk back calmly. At the end of my tracks, I tend to not play with the dog simply because that's the last thing he's gonna remember the next time we come out for tracking. So what do you think is gonna happen? He's gonna be overly stimulated. So what I do is I come out calm, do the work, and I leave calmly. There you have it. Max's first corner. And usually the first corner is a right turn as opposed to a left. They tend to have, all dogs, that tendency to turn right, just like humans, as opposed to left initially. So what we do is we make it simple by creating that turn or having that turn go to the right. Good job, buddy. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel, and you might want to check out my new book, Instincts to Excellence. Basically, we outline dog behavior and psychology and things to look for when working with your dog, regardless as to the discipline. With that, guys, take care. Come on, buddy.